Boys, we have quite the doozy today. There's some... I don't even know if you call it drama. I don't even know what this is. But it literally even left the gacha sphere. It got so big that even Voice Critical made a video on it. But we're gonna be watching Vooch's video on it today. But, apparently Genshin Impact, like, unironically ruined someone's marriage. I have no idea what happened. But, like, in the past 24 hours, I've had, like, 5 different people tell me to watch this. So apparently whatever happened was pretty fucking crazy. So I want to see what happened. Let's watch it.
The early videos on my channel. Well, guys, it has almost been 5 years since Genshin Impact first came out, and to call these 5 years eventful would be an understatement. The early videos on my channel serve as proof of that. From review bombing Google in their own app store to going up against
God, that feels like forever ago we made that video.
There is simply no
I feel like it's been so long since
Booch
and some gacha stuff.
Genshin community over these last few years. But one thing that has been consistent ever since the game first came out is the fact that it actually ruined many relationships. Back in 2024, someone posted about how their friend's fiance ended their relationship because she would repeatedly ignore him for hours. What?
That happened? That was a thing? Since when? Why have I never heard of this? Bro, someone broke up with their freaking boyfriend because they liked Animal Boys more? Like, sorry, yeah, you seem more like a pyro boy to me. This isn't gonna work out.
Was her reasoning? Well, she was cheating on him with fictional characters. She would
How's that
spend
possible?
hours role-playing and looking at spicy fan art of those characters from Genshin. How about this guy who had to end his relationship because his girlfriend refused to travel with him on vacation since she didn't want to miss her daily quest? Oh, and of course, let's not forget the situation in which someone broke up with their boyfriend in game chat. They didn't text, they didn't call, they broke up with them in game chat.
What? Wait.
Thought you were grounded. Oh, okay, so these people are like fucking 10. We've been in a relationship since freshman year of high school. Wait, these people are like, how old are they? They're talking about freshman year of high school? Like, it's been 4 or 5 years. Are you, like, fucking, like, in college still getting grounded? What? Bro, what is going on in the Genshin community?
Is no
People
shortage
breaking
of
up
stories
over
like this,
fucking in-game text, getting grounded as like
in
college students?
2025. We're talking about a couple who was engaged, okay? They were about to get married. They were so close. The woman had a ring on her finger and the guy had proposed to her. But now their entire marriage is at risk. Everything's about to be called off. The parents are involved fighting with each other, all because of Genshin Impact. I wish this was a joke, guys. I mean, seriously, it's so ridiculous. We have to talk about it. So let's do this. All right, so for you to understand how this marriage got ruined, we have to talk about Genshin's gacha system. The most important currency in Genshin Impact are Primogems, all right? You can earn these in-game, but you can also spend money to get them. You use them in order to buy Intertwined Fates. These will allow you to wish on a banner. Your goal when wishing on a character banner is to get a 5-star character. If I were to wish once on this banner, then the odds of me getting a 5-star are 0.6%. If I'm lucky enough to get a 5-star character, then a coin is flipped. If I win the coin flip, I get the character I want, which in this case would be Farina. If I lose the coin flip,
then you get to spend $300! Yippee!
I get a standard character from the standard character banner that no one wants, and I have to try again. But this time, there won't be any coin flip. But the thing is, getting the 5-star character that you want is only the beginning for some people, because that's where constellations come in. After getting a 5-star character, I can wish for that character 6 more times.
Dude, this is the biggest scam ever.
How did this become normalized? Yeah, like, unironically, like, how did this become normalized? That, like, to max out a character, you're gonna have to spend, like, $2,000. How did that become a normal thing? Oh, yeah, you spend $2,000, and then you'll finally have the character at its full potential.
And for every copy I get from them, I can activate a constellation. These are extra passive abilities that you cannot unlock unless you get copies of this character. By the time you reach the 6th constellation, the character would have changed so drastically that they won't just be overpowered. They will undergo a full kit conversion. So if they're a damage dealer, well, guess what? Their damage is multiplied by 10 now, and they're also a healer. It changes everything. And the only way to get it is to get copies of the character.
The biggest
There's no
power
other
cut.
ways
Yeah,
to-
like imagine you spent like $2,000 on Sealy, and it's like, oh yeah, your Sealy at like $2,000 is worse than like just like the baseline, like doesn't even have their Lycombe freaking Acheron.
earn it. If you don't farm in-game and only spend money, then getting a C6 character with all 6 constellations will cost you anything from around $1,000 to $2,000, depending on how lucky you
Such
are
a
with the
scam.
coin flip. There are some
Such a
players
scam.
out there who will do this for every single character, all right? Those players have a name. They're called whales. Any
I always wonder this. Where do those people actually get that money from? Like, I understand there's some really rich people out there, but like, are people like I swear, like, these people do not exist. There's no way that someone makes that much money and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go spend it on fucking gacha characters of all things. Like, I feel like either people just don't have the money to do it, or they do have the money and they just won't do it on that anyways. Like, I swear, people that like at like C6 every character just aren't real.
gacha
Unless
game
you're like
would
a streamer
gladly
like Fob.
trade 1 million of their players for just 1,000 of these whales because of how much of a financial impact they have. But the problem here is that many times these whales cannot afford this. They just do it anyway. This brings us back to this failed engagement. On March 19th, 2025, a user made a post on the Am I Overreacting subreddit with the title, Am I Overreacting? My fiance spent $600 on gacha. They go on to say, my fiance spent $600 on a gacha game without asking. I flipped out and now his entire family are calling me abusive and encouraging him to call off the engagement.
His family called her abusive. What?
The only defense I could think of is if they don't share a bank account and it was like 600 of his own dollars, which is like, it still doesn't make it a good idea to spend $600 on a character, but like, you know, it's his money. Like, it's kind of, at that point, it's not really up to her. But they got a shared bank account and he's just spending that money. And it's kind of like,
Now it is defense. It is defense. As a woman, I can attest. $600 could definitely easily be dropped on like shopping in just one day. Just getting close. Go online, see a couple nice pair of boots you want, $600 down the drain. So I'm not gonna blame him too much.
For context, I work 55 hours a week and he drives Uber during the day while I'm at work. We are paycheck to paycheck.
okay, so that's
As you
something
can see,
they're
this
sharing.
post went absolutely viral, and she set the record straight
Just
from the
a
beginning.
nuclear. Absolutely nuclear. Stop calling me blank. We need to talk right now. Pick up now. You're not being fair at all. I explained my boundaries to you, but you are not respecting them. This is exactly what blank says is abusive about you.
Wait, what? He's saying you're not respecting my boundaries as he spent 600. What?
You spent $600 on our credit card on a fucking game. I explained it already to you. $600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need without asking. When we are paycheck to paycheck, that card was for emergencies with the Civic. Bro. And then he just sends a picture of Arena. I'm like, yeah, she'll understand now.
Let me just send a picture of how cute my waifu is, then she'll understand.
She's the breadwinner in this relationship, all right? She works 55 hours a week. He works whenever he can doing gig work. It definitely doesn't pay as much as she earns, that's for sure. She then posted these images with their texts, and this is when the incident took place. Let's read them. It starts off with her fiance saying, "Stop calling me." She then replies with, "We need to talk right now. Pick up now." Her fiance then replied with, "You're not being fair at all. I explained my boundaries to you, but you are not respecting them. This is exactly what blank says is abusive about you." And then she said, "You spent $600 on our credit card on a fucking game?"
Dude, the on a fucking game part just hits so hard. Just hits so
He
hard.
then says, "I explained it already to you." And then she says, "600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need," without asking when we are.
See, the worst part is I blame this guy, but like, I'm not much better when it comes to spending. Like, gosh, the self-control is hard.
Paycheck to paycheck, that card was for emergencies with the Civic. And then this dude has the gall to reply with an image of Farina, which is one of the limited
it's his
characters
waifu. Look
available
how
in
cute
Genshin
she
Impact
is.
right now.
How can you not understand the $600 now?
This has to be made up, dude. He then says, "You told me you wanted her too, but you aren't happy for me, LMFAO. Actually, I'm done. I'm a 29-year-old man. I am allowed to make purchases without needing your permission. This is an abusive dynamic." Blank explained that very clearly.
He called her abusive to what? This is a 29-year-old man? What?
I'm flabbergasted.
Clearly to me. She then said, "Yes, I said I want Farina. I didn't say we should spend hundreds to get constellations. You are a fucking addict. You already spent all our Christmas money on it." So as you saw, he didn't just pull for the character, he pulled for her constellations as well, which is completely optional.
Boy.
What does he reply to this? "You are snooping into your fiance's purchases. You should take a look at yourself." She then replies with a middle finger. She just straight
Fair.
up told him, "Go
Fair.
fuck yourself." Then said, "This is a shared card that I set up for emergencies and you went behind my back. Why don't you tell blank about your gambling addiction to video game characters?" Her
Bro keeps calling it abusive, and he's right, but he's just got it the wrong way.
He's pointing the finger at the wrong person.
room temperature IQ fiance replied with, "Actually,
temperature
blank told me
IQ
all about your
fiance.
coercion." I guess he means
What?
coercion. "And I believe you are a narcissist personality. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision making. You know this is my values, and I have had Farina as my wallpaper forever."
Dude, this guy is making me want to slap the fuck out of him. Oh my god.
"I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself. I am battling anxiety and you do not care at all." I need to use that as an excuse. I need to go buy a Lamborghini right now with money I don't have. And if my mom confronts me, I'll be like, "Mom, you know I've had a Lamborghini as my wallpaper like forever. Stop it. You're being controlling. You're a narcissist." This is insane. This is almost
it's been my
30. He
wallpaper.
then decides to
Yo.
impulsively end everything,
Yo.
saying this: "I don't want to get married to you. I'm not talking on the phone. I email screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you for giving me horrible anxiety attack and ruining my night. And no, I didn't do a fucking thing with Farina yet because of your calls." Then she said, "I will call Capital One and dispute the charge. Your account will be banned." This is true, by the way. If you spend money in Genshin Impact and you charge
Wait,
back, your
please tell
account
me
will
his
have a
account got
negative
banned for this.
balance.
Oh
and
my
if
god,
you
that'd
don't
be
bring it
so
back
funny.
to 0, then you'll get banned. What did he have to say to
Ban
that?
the
Try it, you
trigger.
will lose me forever. I'm going to Scottsdale for the night. Stop calling me for 12 hours and we can talk then. Good night. A few minutes later, he says this: "Will you please answer my mom? Please."
Answer my mom.
I apologize for my
29-year-old guy having his mom talk to his girlfriend. Listen, I thought I was a loser, but holy fuck, I'm starting to feel a bit bitter about myself now.
reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today and I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I will get you the money soon. Blank can spot me 600 tonight, so can you text him your Venmo?
You notice how quickly his attitude switched up when she said she would dispute the charge and his account would get banned? Like, his entire, like, temperament, the way he's talking to her, like, he went from, like, being aggressive to, like, now he's trying to, like, resolve the issue instantly. Had nothing to do with her being upset or, like, talking about, like, divorce or, like, I guess they weren't married, but, like, calling off the engagement. Like, the thing that got him to finally chill out was the fact that his account in Genshin Impact might get banned.
Anxiety really bad, blank, please. Now look, Reddit is known to have a lot of fake posts, especially on subreddits like Am I the Asshole, with some of the craziest fan fiction you can imagine.
Say,
but
is
the
this
thing is,
actually
here,
real?
with these screenshots, it's very hard to fake this. This dude is clearly a man-child, all right? It's clear that he's overly attached to his mother, okay? He has no voice. She decides everything for him, and the guy's almost 30. The woman who made the post commented this a couple hours later, saying, "Update, I am overwhelmed by all the replies. Thank you. I'm trying to read every comment. It feels
Please tell me
obvious
you
now
broke
that I
up
was
with
not
them.
overreacting.
Disputed
Yes,
the charge.
card is in my
Got his
name
account
only
banned.
and is not that old, but he saved the info somehow. The card has been in my bag, so I'm not sure how or when he got the info into his game. I am calling Capital One in the morning to dispute the charge. His mom left me a voicemail saying that I gave him a panic attack and to give him space. I did text his drug-dealing friend to try and get the $600, but he left me on red. Also, he's currently online on Discord playing Genshin Impact at his mom's house." Hours later, she posts, "Update. Okay, I can't keep up with all the comments and messages I woke up to. I'm checking what I can. Thank you everyone for reading and telling me the truth. First, his family is very involved with his life for cultural reasons, but they have all demonized me since we met. His mom said I am never going to see him again due to the way I treat him. I got her on the phone and told her the engagement was off, and she started screaming that it's already off, so I can't end it. He has blocked me, including on Discord, which makes me think he saw my post. As for the $600, I woke up to a Venmo from his sketchy friend. I paid off the card and locked it. I would love to have disputed the charge, but even if I did, it would just put his Genshin account into a negative balance.
Dude, you should have done it. That would have been so fucking funny. Bro, we got the bad ending. We got the bad ending. Dude, we want a good ending. What is account to get banned?
Then he would have time to spend more to fix it. I have no doubt he would find a way to get another $600 and keep the account. As much as I want to blow up his drug, I am afraid of how he would react if he lost it. And we don't have shared accounts, but I have let myself be taken advantage of. I see that I fucked up by saying it was our credit card, and he's not even a co-signer on the lease, so I'm screwed because he doesn't actually have to pay rent anymore." I think the craziest thing in all this is that she actually thought that she was overreacting. She actually had to make a post to verify with strangers, "Yo, am I in the right here? Am I making too much of a big deal?" It's clear that this runs deeper though. The mom of the fiance is very fishy, and it seems that she's trying to control him to separate him from her so that she can reclaim him as her property. I mean, he moved in with her immediately as if she was planning it. After a few more hours passed by, she confirmed to a commenter saying engagement is off. So their wedding is never gonna happen.
Still not the good ending, but we didn't get the bad ending either.
And she is now
got the okay ending.
a dude that can't control his spending.
Banned
on
Genshin account would have been the good ending.
So much so that he stole her credit card from her purse when she wasn't looking, took her info, spent it, and then was shocked that she was shocked. Zero accountability. It's insane. But
I'm not gonna lie, I'd done that before, but I did that when I was like 10. I got yelled at so bad. My dad was pissed. Like, what do you mean? You took money and spent it without telling me. I'm like, I never did that shit again. I learned a lesson that day.
it happens more often than you think. Moist Critical actually made a video about this before me, okay? He was a bit faster than me, but there's a comment here that went through something similar, and it just shows that it's not an isolated incident. Like someone's ex-boyfriend spent $3,000 in 2 weeks on Genshin Impact right at the start. When confronted about it, he didn't just say that he was having an anxiety attack, he also added in a little bit more spice, saying that he's autistic. This eventually led him to have a financial crisis, and of course he blamed his girlfriend for that, which ruined their relationship. Guys, ultimately gacha games can be fun. Anything can be fun, but in moderation. So if you're gonna play one, be very careful with your spending.
Dude, this is why I never feel bad for these companies, and I will never defend them. I wouldn't say never. Like, if I feel like they're doing something right, then, like, I'll still, like, you know, I'll defend it then. But it's like, I'll never just, like, go out of my way and be like, oh, I believe in this company, I'm sure they'll do the right thing. It's like, no, like, this is what they do to people.
This is the part that people, like, this is the ugly truth people don't like to look at. It's like, this is what these games do to people. Like, they unironically ruin people's lives. And this is coming from someone who played World of Warcraft for, like, fucking forever. That game ruins people's lives. At least in that game, well, until recently, now it's pay to win. But for a while, it's only $15 a month. It just ruins your life because you spent all your time on it. Now people spend all their time on these fucking gacha games and just spend unlimited money. This is why, like, I will never defend one of these companies. Fuck no. Even the best of these companies are still scummy, terrible people.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, and I love you so much. Mwah.
Mwah. Thanks for your video, Mujin.
You're just a narcissist employing corrosion. It didn't spell right. Corrosion. How do you have Corsian? I don't even know how you pronounce that. Bro, spelled this so fucking wrong. Good video, good video. Dude, I'm still not convinced half of these posts are true. Now that I think about it, I feel like I do remember some of the posts he was talking about earlier, like this one with the animal voice. Does anyone ever have proof that these people actually exist? I don't believe it. I don't believe these people that C6 every character just for the hell of it are real, and I don't believe these people are fucking real. No, actually, I believe these people are real more than the C6 people. Because this is what these games do to these people. This I can actually believe. The people that C6 every character, I don't believe they're real. They don't exist. They don't exist. Unless they're like a streamer. They're not real. Here's was. Let's enjoy the video. See you in the next one. Bye! Make sure